Are you younger than you think? Find out what age your body really is. Take BBC One's interactive health test later tonight at 9:10.
Here are the 9 celebrities preparing for today's show. Only one of them can win up to £50,000 for a charity of their choice. The others will leave with nothing as one by one they're voted off as the weakest link.
Welcome to a gastro edition of The Weakest Link. The 9 people in the studio have all made a very good living out of food. But tonight, I'm the head chef. They could win up to £50,000 for charity. However, if they want that prize money, our foodies will have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing. As round by round, we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
Ainsley Harriott, TV chef and presenter of Ready Steady Cook.
Ken Hom from Yellow River Cafe. I'm commonly known as the Walkman.
Anthony Worrell Thompson, presenter of Saturday Kitchen and owner of the Greyhound Public House.
Faye Mashler, I'm restaurant critic of the London Evening Standard, and I have been for the last 33 years. And tonight the chefs have their moment to get their revenge.
Michel Roux, chef patron of Le Gavroche restaurant.
Reza Mohammed, the star of India, better to have shone, but not shone at all.
John Burton-Raitt, I'm a cook.
Nancy Lamb, restaurateur, TV presenter, and a mother.
Giorgio Locatelli, chef proprietor of Locanda Locatelli, London.
Now the rules at each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £5,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, team, at the end of the round, only money that's been banked can be taken forward. In round 1, there are 3 minutes on the clock. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Ainsley. Let's play The Weakest Link. The first question is for £100. Start the clock. Ainsley. In cookery, if someone is totally incompetent in the kitchen, it is traditionally said that they cannot even boil which foodstuff?
An egg.
Correct, Ken. In clothing, trousers have how many legs?
2.
Correct, Anthony. In Italian cuisine, antipasto is eaten when in relation to the main course, before or after?
Before.
Correct, Faye. In nature, in temperate latitudes, the 4 seasons of the year are spring, summer, autumn, and which other?
Winter.
Correct. Michelle. In geography, the natives of which city referred to as Parisians?
Paris.
Correct. Reza. In spelling, which word comes first alphabetically, union or onion?
Onion.
Correct. John. In customs, the floor covering laid down for the arrival of a VIP is known as a red what?
Carpet.
Correct, Nancy. In personal grooming, the scented product called aftershave is predominantly worn by members of which sex?
Men.
Correct. Giorgio. In UK customs, in times of danger, what H is usually shouted out by people requesting urgent assistance?
Help.
Help or help, yes. Ainsley.
Bank.
Okay. With those very, very easy questions, you have reached and banked your £5,000 target. And that money will go through to the next round. But of course, one of you will not. Whose clam is baked? Whose goose is cooked? It's time to vote on The Weakest Link.
In an impressive first round, the strongest link is Ainsley, as he banked the most money for the team. Ken is statistically the weakest link, but who will be the first to take the walk of shame?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
John.
Riza.
John.
John.
Giorgio.
John.
Faye.
John.
Anthony.
Now, before we start, Ainsley, I don't want you to talk to me as if you're a children's entertainer.
Why, Anne?
So no Sally Salt, no Peter Pepper, or I'll throw the Robbie remote at you. How do you think you'll do tonight, Ainsley?
I have no idea. I think it just depends on the questions, whether you know the answer or not.
That's very profound, Ainsley. Do you think you know about food?
Yeah, I think I know enough about food.
Is food your passion?
Yes, it is a passion. It's in the soul, you know.
So why are you the voice of Fairy Liquid?
Perhaps because I'm a bubbly person?
Or even an irritatingly bubbly person? So what upset you about John? He didn't answer a question incorrectly?
I think I just had a little bit of a look around and I looked at everybody's name and I thought that, you know, they've got quite...
It's not connected with the fact that he's a real chef.
Well, he called himself a cook, actually. Maybe that's something to do with
What's
it.
the difference between a chef and a cook?
A chef is, well, that's a matter of opinion again. I think...
Just answer the question, Ainsley.
Yeah. I think a cook is perhaps someone who feels that they just want to sort of throw things into a pan and just create something, and a chef is perhaps someone who creates something on a plate.
Reza,
Hello.
were you jealous that Ainsley got the fairy gig?
No, actually quite... Not quite, my dear, not quite. Actually, I'm rather pleased that he did. Because, you know, it can't have, one can't have too many fairies on the same job.
And what's your business, Reza?
Oh, good question. Duh. I don't know. What is it? Yes, that's right. I do run a restaurant.
Does it serve mince?
Oh, well, a lot of mince.
And what upset you about John? He didn't answer a question incorrectly.
Methinks he just doth frighten me.
Are you very easily frightened?
I'm glad I'm going, I tell you.
Well, he's got a very busy restaurant. He has to get back to Dartmouth, you see.
Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Anne. I've been dying to meet you.
How's it going?
The Chinese woman is still working.
What are your glasses doing round your neck like
In
that?
case you want to borrow it.
Okay, Nancy. I'm coming into your restaurant one night.
Your sister have been. Why aren't you?
I'm noodle intolerant. I don't like lemongrass. I hate coriander.
Yeah? Anything else?
I don't like overweight proprietors. How will you greet me?
Throw a plate on you first.
Why did you vote for John?
I'll tell you why. John is gorgeous, okay? He's all...
No, he's not particularly gorgeous, Nancy.
I told you I'll borrow you the glasses.
John, why do you think you're so thoroughly unpopular?
I'm not really very likable. I'm not very sociable. And I'm very good.
Do you think you're better than any of the other contestants tonight?
By miles.
Is that cooking or quizzing?
Cooking.
I can see why they don't like you. John, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Reza said he voted me off because he was frightened of me. I don't know why. I've never had a problem with him. Maybe he's frightened of my ability, but I'm certainly not frightened of him.
Round 2, and you have £5,000 in the kitty. You're down to 8 players. We're now taking 10 seconds off your time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ainsley. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ainsley, in an internationally recognised gesture, a customer in a restaurant who mimes writing a signature to the waitress is usually asking for what?
An autograph?
The bill, Ainsley.
Bill.
Ken, on a hotel menu, guests typically have a choice between full English and continental at which meal?
Dinner.
Breakfast? Dear, oh dear. Anthony, in a family relationship, siblings of different sexes who have the same mother and father are alternatively called brothers and what?
Sisters?
Correct. Faye, in common expressions, people who are angry are often said to blow what? Their top or their bottom?
Their top.
Correct. Michelle, at the Olympic Games, a competitor who finishes in first place is awarded a medal known by the name of which metal?
Gold.
Correct. Reza, in food, the dish called mulligatawny is consumed using which basic item of cutlery?
A spoon.
Correct. Nancy, at an airport, what G is the name for the part of a departure terminal where an aeroplane is boarded?
G.
Gate. Giorgio, in the animal kingdom, the word meow is a representation of the crying sound made by which domestic pet?
Cat.
Correct. Ainsley, in cinema, released in the UK in 2005, the sequel to the film Ocean's 11 is entitled Ocean's what?
12.
Correct. Ken, in conversation, a container into which people put money after they have used bad language is called what? A lunchbox or a swear box?
Swear box.
Correct. Anthony, in fashion in the 1990s, a group of supermodels posed for a poster that proclaimed, I'd rather go naked than wear what?
Fur.
Correct. Faye, in human biology, the term gustation refers to which of the 5 senses?
Taste.
Correct. Michelle, according to the March 2005 issue of the US magazine Gourmet, which European capital city is the best place to eat in the world?
London.
Correct. Reza, in entertainment, as suggested by his nickname, the singer Frank Sinatra had eyes that were which colour?
Blue.
Correct. Nancy, in January 2005, Chef Raymond Blanc was quoted as saying that he hadn't touched what in 32 years? French women or French mustard?
French woman.
Correct.
Bank.
Giorgio, in maths, what is 10 multiplied by 13?
130.
Correct. 130. Ainsley, in food, what Z is a piece of very thin peel of a citrus fruit used as a flavouring?
Zest.
Correct. Ken, in astronomy, a solar year is the time taken for the Earth to complete one revolution around which heavenly body?
The sun.
Correct. Anthony, in employment, a paid job that takes up the whole of the working week is normally described as full what?
Full time.
Correct. Faye, in the kitchen, if a bottle of vinaigrette dressing is left to sandwich... Time's up. You banked £4,000, but you know you had a chain of 12 correct answers, so you could have banked another £5,000. Who's the curled up sandwich on the buffet of despair? Time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, the strongest link is Anthony, as he answered the most questions correctly. The weakest link is Nancy, with the fewest right answers. But how will the votes go?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Michelle.
Faye.
Michelle.
Nancy.
Ken.
Nancy.
Raza.
Ken.
We have a 3-way tie. Ken, Michelle and Nancy have 2 votes each. Giorgio.
Aye.
I adore Italians.
Me too.
What's your restaurant called?
Locanda Locatelli.
Chic, is it?
Yeah.
Beautiful?
Yeah, I like it.
Very charming to the customers?
I hope so.
So the night you kidnapped the lawyer because he didn't like your truffles...
No, I kidnapped his wife.
So the night you kidnapped the lawyer's wife, take us through what happened.
We had some fantastic white truffle which come from Alba, which, you know, price about like £2,000 a kilo. And when we served it to the gentleman, when he ate it and he loved it, and then he said then he thought it was too expensive, didn't want to pay for it.
Did you tell him how much it was going to be?
Me, not personally. I was actually on a motorbike about 200 miles away from it, but, you know.
Oh, so it wasn't your fault?
No, it was everything what happened. This is my fault. But that was the best piece of PR that I ever done in my life. You know?
Why Ken?
The breakfast one was terrible, wasn't it?
So Faye, how many chefs' lives have you ruined?
Probably a few. That's not what I set out to do, but I've probably upset quite a few.
So they're all frightened of you, aren't they?
I hope so.
So you'd have to be fantastically thick to lose tonight, wouldn't you?
Thick or unlucky?
Do you favour some chefs over others?
Yes, I do.
When you described one chef as sleek and sexy, was that Anthony?
No, those are not two words. Well, maybe sexy, not so sleek.
Who did you describe as?
Sleek and sexy?
Yeah.
Giorgio?
And gorgeously pouting, was that Nancy?
I think that might have been Reza.
When you voted for Nancy, were you sure it was Nancy, or did you think you were voting for Reza?
No, I voted for Nancy because the question that she got wrong was a very simple question.
Has anyone ever described you as gorgeously pouting, Ainsley?
I think you did when you came on Ready Steady Cook.
I don't think I did. How would you describe Faye?
How would I describe Faye?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely, warm.
Coward. And here's the interesting thing. You've voted off Michel Roux, who has one of the most internationally famous restaurants in the world with 3 Michelin stars. I wonder why that is.
That's why I voted him off. Too good, you see.
When the votes are tied, the strongest link has to cast the deciding vote. And the strongest link was Anthony.
Oh. What is it?
So you've ended up with a pub called the Greyhound.
Oh, no, I haven't ended that. That's one of 4.
And how many Michelin stars?
I had 3 Michelin stars.
No. Just answer the question. How many Michelin stars do you currently have?
I don't want Michelin stars.
So no Michelin stars. And you want to get rid of Michel, who's got 3 Michelin stars.
Well, that is the thing. We got rid of one brilliant chef. Now we get rid of the second brilliant chef. It's as simple as that, really.
So you can stick with Michel, or you can move on to Nancy, or to Ken.
Michel.
Michel, why are they so jealous of you?
Sour grapes, Anne. It's terrible. Who's going to be left at the end? Only the useless chefs.
Michel, you are the weakest link. Bye.
If Anne Robinson came to my restaurant, I certainly wouldn't give her anything with coriander or lemongrass because she said she hated it. So she's more than welcome to come to the Gavroche and eat some proper French food.
Round 3 and you're up to £9,000. You're down to 7 players. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Anthony, who's got a pub. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Anthony, in newspaper cartoons, women traditionally stand on chairs when frightened by which small domestic rodents?
A mouse.
Correct. Faye, what P is the name of the substance usually made from wood pulp that serves as a surface on which to write and print words?
Paper.
Correct. Reza. In money, immediately before the introduction of the euro, the Deutschmark was the currency of which country?
Germany.
Correct. Nancy, what is the 3-letter name of the mixture of gases generally used to inflate the tyres of bicycles?
Air.
Correct. Giorgio, a parent who is teaching a child good manners will often ask them to say which magic word, please or abracadabra?
Please.
Correct. Ainsley, in pop music in 2005, which singer had all of his previous 18 UK #1 singles re-released at the rate of 1 a week?
Don't know.
Elvis. Ken, in food, what C is a type of pepper plant with a name that sounds the opposite of how it tastes?
Can you repeat that?
In food, what C is a type of pepper plant with a name that sounds the opposite of how it tastes?
A chili.
Correct, Anthony. In politics, a quotation usually attributed to Harry S. Truman is, "If you can't stand the heat, get out of the what?"
Kitchen.
Correct, Faye. At the butcher's, scrag end, middle neck and chump chops are all cuts of which meat?
Lamb.
Correct, Reza. In home entertainment, when played, a gramophone record rotates in which direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Correct, Nancy. On the tables of eating establishments that serve mainly fried food, there are often plastic sauce dispensers in the shape of which fruit?
Potato.
Tomato.
I'm too frightened. It was
Giorgio, in theatre, which playwright was born in 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon, where he is also buried?
Shakespeare.
Correct. Ainsley, in cookery, what be is a French term meaning to whiten or to plunge food into boiling water in order to remove the skin?
Blanche.
Correct, Ken. The solo ballet, created in 1905 for Anna Pavlova and set to music by Saint-Saëns, is known in English as the Dying what?
Dying Swan.
Correct, Anthony. In the United States, Independence Day is a holiday that is celebrated on which date in July?
The 4th.
Correct, Faye. In modern agriculture, the abbreviation GMO stands for genetically modified what? Time's up. And in that round, you won £500. You need to raise that bank balance. You cannot carry anybody, however frightened you are of them. Who's the head chef? Who's the salad tosser? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
According to the statistics, Ainsley is the weakest link. Anthony remains the strongest link with the most right answers. But will the other players realise this?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Nancy.
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 Faye.
Ainsley.
Ken, do you feel guilty that you're responsible for hundreds and thousands of woks rusting in kitchens all over Britain?
Well, it's my mission to get them to use them so they won't be rusty.
So talk us through the wok.
Well, the wok is something relatively recent. It's only 2,000 years old. And it's something that
Well,
came...
that was very interesting. I tell you what, Ken, this is what's worrying me. The guys either side of you. Have you noticed they've been voting exactly the same way since the beginning of the game?
Probably a coincidence.
What a trusting person you are. And why did you want to get rid of Nancy?
Well, I love her dearly, but I think she got that potato instead of tomato. I thought.
So, Reza?
Yes, Anna.
Of course, Reza, some of us know you more for your expertise on the property market in France than we do for your restaurant.
Oh, I see you've been a very avid viewer.
I was just astonished how somebody with no common sense then selected you with even less common sense to help them go bust in France.
Well, my dear... Oh, that was a real... My dear, I must say, that was not even my idea, my dear.
Do you like this in your restaurant?
No.
Do you do any cooking?
No.
What do you do in your restaurant? Just mince round?
I flit and I fly.
Why do you want to get rid of Nancy?
Well, she got the last question wrong, if I recall.
That's all right.
Nancy, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
If Anne Robinson will be a dish, it's going to be definitely extra hot, sexy prawns. Look at her figure.
Round 4 and you're up to £9,500. You're down to 6 players. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Anthony, who votes like Ainsley in each round. Watch out the others. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Anthony, in weather, a thaw occurs when the temperature moves in which direction, up or down?
Up.
Correct, Faye. In food, the yogurt and cucumber dip called tzatziki originated in which European country?
Greece.
Correct. Reza, which 4-letter word meaning free from danger is also a name for a strong metal container with a secure lock used to store valuables?
Safe.
Correct. Giorgio, in cookery, what L is the term for food not eaten at a meal but kept and often served up for a second time?
Can you repeat that?
In cookery, what L is the term for food not eaten at a meal but kept and often served up for a second time?
Pass.
Leftovers. Doesn't have them in his restaurant. Ainsley, in travel, a gondola is a flat-bottomed boat that is a traditional feature of the canals of which Italian city?
Venice.
Correct. Ken, in conversation, the phrase your place or mine is a question more likely to be asked where? On a date or in a fishmonger's?
Definitely a date.
Correct. Anthony, in the home, what B is the usual term for the piece of wood in which knives are stored on a kitchen countertop?
Can you repeat? I didn't catch the letter.
In the home, what B is the usual term for the piece of wood in which knives are stored on a kitchen countertop?
Bread bar, board.
Block.
Ah, stupid boy.
Correct. Faye, in film, the character James Bond famously requests that his vodka martinis are shaken, not what?
Stirred.
Correct. Reza, in a professional association football team, there are how many players in a starting lineup?
12.
11. Giorgio, in recipes, what is the 5-letter general term for an ingredient such as ginger, nutmeg or cinnamon that is used to add flavour to a dish?
Spice.
Correct. Ainsley, in the insect world, what is the name of the substance that forms the bulk of the diet of termites? Cellulose or cellulite?
Cellulite.
Cellulose. Ken. At Wimbledon, the male school children who assist on court in a green uniform with purple trim are known by which alliterative term?
Monitor.
Ball boys. Anthony, in Indian cuisine, what L is the name of a cold drink usually made from yogurt with added water and sugar?
Lassi.
Time's up. Thanks to Faye, you only won £100. Whose brains couldn't fill a sandwich? Who thinks a sous chef works for Red Indians? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The strongest link statistically is Faye, as she answered all her questions correctly. Giorgio is the weakest link, but who will the team vote off?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Giorgio.
Riza.
Giorgio.
Ken.
Giorgio.
Ken.
So Ainsley, why Giorgio?
Partly because he got a couple of questions wrong. He voted for me last time, and we're
Well, you're
facing
very
one
irritating, Ainsley. I'm not surprised he voted for you.
Thank you for that, Anne.
That's all right. Anthony,
Yes.
that shirt.
Well, I knew you'd get round to it one day.
You've fallen into the blancmange again, haven't you?
Well, if I may compliment you on your outfit, it looks so much nicer in a skirt than trousers.
It's going to cut no ice, Anthony. Ainsley, a friend of yours.
Ainsley's, yes, he's a great mate. Yeah, very good.
Did you get in the toilets before you came on? To
Not that
decide to
close.
vote the same way?
No, I get embarrassed when I stand next to Ainsley in the toilets.
Why Giorgio?
Well, he's the only person to have voted for me so far, so I thought he's got to go.
And will you and Ainsley continue to vote in an identical fashion
Well,
and
we
show no gamesmanship whatsoever?
No, well, you know, this is the problem with English, you know, we don't play to win. We need to.
Giorgio, sadly, another fantastically successful restaurateur bites the dust. You are the weakest link. Bye.
To finish at this time, at this stage of the game, yeah, it upsets me because I thought I was getting pretty confident. I thought I was going to go on for a bit longer, but I fell on this leftover, which how do I know about leftover? I never have anything left over in my restaurant. Everybody eats everything.
Round 5, and you have £9,600. There are 5 of you left. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Faye. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Faye, in travel, which mode of public transportation is traditionally black in London and yellow in New York City?
Taxi.
Correct. Reza. In food, which number precedes island to make the name of a popular salad dressing?
1,000.
Correct. Ainsley.
Bank.
In fashion, what G is the 3-letter term for a glutinous substance used to style and hold hair?
Glue. G.
Gel. Ken, in the 1970s TV show Donnie and Marie, the brother and sister in the title were members of which family of entertainers?
Osmond.
Correct. Anthony, in geography, the cities of Tequila and Tabasco are in which country?
America, North America.
Mexico. Faye.
Tabasco.
The establishment famous for its snail porridge that was named the best restaurant in the world in 2005 is called the Fat what?
Duck.
Correct. Reza. In many warm countries, a short nap known as a siesta is often taken when? The middle of the day or the middle of the night?
In the middle of the day.
Correct. Ainsley.
Frank.
In cartoons, which Warner Brothers carrot-eating character was originally called Happy Rabbit?
Bugs Bunny.
Correct. Ken. Which professional title precedes the words Faustus, Doolittle and Zhivago to make the titles of 3 famous works of literature?
Doctor.
Correct. Anthony. In
Thanks.
restaurants, what is the specific name derived from French for a waiter with a specialist knowledge of wine?
Sommelier.
Correct. Faye. In language, which 2-word phrase is both an expression of congratulations and a common instruction to a chef on how to cook a steak?
Well done.
Correct. Reza.
Right.
In the Gregorian calendar, how many days were there in 2004?
366.
Correct. Ainsley. In biology, as a species, modern human beings are given the scientific name Homo what?
Homoglyphic. I don't know.
Sapiens. Ken. In food, what B is a German word for a donut famously used by John F. Kennedy to describe himself in a 1963 speech?
Can you repeat that?
In food, what B is a German word for a donut famously used by John F. Kennedy?
Beignet?
No, Berliner. Anthony. Time's up and you banked £1,000. But which banana is about to split? Who deserves the wooden spoon? Who needs to go? Who is no longer any use to the team? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the first time in the game, Reza is statistically the strongest link. The weakest link is Ainsley with the most wrong answers. But whose game is over?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Ken.
Anthony.
Ken.
Ken.
Ainsley.
Still cheating, Anthony?
Honestly, I don't know.
You have voted in an identical fashion to Ainsley on every single round.
I think that's quite remarkable.
And what's even more sad is the fact that the other members of the team are letting you get away with it.
Mysterious, that.
Why, Ken?
He's keeping me and Ainsley apart.
Ainsley, did you think Ken was the worst player?
I think you probably got 1 wrong and I might have got 2 wrong.
You didn't even know what gel was, did you?
Hardly surprising, eh?
So why did you vote for Ken?
He said he's got a booking at 8:30.
No, he hasn't. Ainsley, don't laugh at your own joke. Ken, my apologies. You are the weakest link. Bye.
Reza should be voted off next, simply because he's a bit too nervous, and also he's very young, so. When Anne talked to me about the rusty walks, I thought I was thrilled because I expected her to be meaner to me, and she wasn't, and I was thrilled for that.
Round 6, and you have £10,600. There are 4 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Reza. Let's play the weakest link. Not the top. Reza, in health, the rhyming name for an upset stomach that might have been acquired on a trip to India is Delhi what?
Belly.
Correct, Ainsley. The cinema poster for which 1997 film featured the bow of a ship and the faces of Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet.
Titanic.
Correct, Anthony. Food that is coated with a hot, spicy mixture before cooking is described by what term? Deviled or demonized?
Deviled.
Correct. Okay. In pop music, the entertainer who released the 2005 album of classic romance songs called Let There Be Love is Engelbert who?
Humperdinck.
Correct, Reza. In children's toys, the name of which doll is also an Australian slang term for an outdoor meal cooked over an open fire?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
In children's toys, the name of which doll is also an Australian slang term for an outdoor meal cooked over an open fire?
Pass. I think.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Ainsley. In science, the French chemist who discovered that the fermentation of milk was caused by microorganisms was Louis who?
Louis Theroux.
Pasteur. Anthony. In kitchen ingredients, which herb often used in Thai cooking is sometimes called camel's hay?
Lemongrass.
Correct, Faye. In the animal kingdom, what sea is the name of a North American rodent with stripes on its back and large cheek pouches for carrying food?
Chipmunk.
Correct, Reza. In maths, which of the 4 basic operations in arithmetic is the opposite of addition?
Subtraction.
Correct, Ainsley. In food, what is the professional surname of the popular cook who is referred to in the phrase doing a delia?
Smith.
Correct. Anthony. In classical music, the 19th century opera Carmen by Bizet is set in which European country?
Italy.
Spain. Faye. In business, the officer of a firm responsible for taking the minutes at board and general meetings is the company what?
Secretary.
Correct, Reza. In 2005, during the London Marathon, Paula Radcliffe stopped to do what? Time's up and you bank £1,500. Should Anthony get the chop? Is Ainsley the dumb waiter? Maybe Faye should get mashed. Or is Reza more puff than pastry? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In a sudden reversal of fortune, Reza is now the weakest link. Faye is statistically the strongest link, as she answered the most questions correctly. But who will lose out in the vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Reza.
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 Anthony.
So, Faye, you didn't feel you had to object to the fact that these two have voted identically throughout the game?
Well, I don't think they've done it on purpose, and I think Reza, much as I love Reza, he might wobble towards the end.
How will you know? Because you won't be here, because you'll be next off, won't you?
Well, I suppose that's true.
Charlie Cheaty, why Reza?
Well, got one wrong. I think it's getting to the crunch stage now. I thought the Faye and Anthony performed really well. They seem to be
I can't be bothered listening to you.
I'm so out of control.
Reza, just before you go,
Yeah.
and bear in mind this is a family show,
Yeah.
what's the strangest thing you've ever put in your mouth?
Oh my God. I don't know. I mean, I can't. Oh. That's a question. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it's sort of I need to brandish my tongue a bit more, like thy sword, like thy tongue.
Reza, you are the weakest link. Bye.
I most definitely think there was some sort of tactical voting going on, and they must have made a pact somewhere along the line. But it doesn't matter. It's going for a good cause, and that's what counts. If Anne Robinson came to the Star of India, I'd serve her a load of cucumber raita to cool that delightful tongue of hers.
Round 7, and you have £12,100. 3 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Faye. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Faye, in cookery, which word used in weather forecasts means to sprinkle food with a liquid, especially olive oil?
Drizzle.
Correct, Ainsley. In a reference to conjuring, a person who solves a problem suddenly and unexpectedly is said to pull a rabbit from which item of headgear?
Hat.
Correct, Anthony. In Italian cuisine, what L are long, narrow pasta ribbons, the name of which translates into English as little tongues?
Linguini.
Correct, Faye. In pets, which family of birds are noted for having bright, multicoloured feathers, large curved hooked beaks, and often the ability to mimic human speech?
Parrot.
Correct, Ainsley. Which nickname of a coveted film award is also the code word used to represent the letter O in the NATO phonetic alphabet?
Oscar.
Correct, Anthony. In 18th century history, the renowned lover Casanova spent the last years of his life as what? A librarian or a window cleaner?
Librarian.
Correct, Faye. In pop music, the name of which US group is an abbreviation for a type of sleep specifically associated with dreaming?
REM.
Correct, Ainsley. In food, what is the 5-letter French word for a thin pancake?
Crepe.
Correct,
Bank.
Anthony. In chemistry, what is the name of the organic compound that can be used as a solvent and a fuel and is also present in intoxicating drinks?
Alcohol.
Correct, Faye. In customs, women who regularly meet one another in restaurants are known in the words of a Stephen Sondheim song as ladies who what?
Lunch.
Correct, Ainsley. In cookery, what C is the word used to describe butter that has been separated over heat in order to remove milk solids?
Clarified.
Correct, Anthony. In sociology, a person whose character, life or behaviour is taken as a good example for others to follow is known as a role what?
Model.
Correct, Faye. The name of which part of a pig follows the word globe to make a term for a habitual worldwide traveller?
Globetrotter.
Correct,
Bank.
Ainsley. In the folklore, the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman, is said to inhabit which mountain range?
Everest. No, I don't know, sorry.
Himalayas. Time's up. You won £2,750, but you know you had a chain of 13 correct answers. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank, and that means in the next round, there's £15,000 to be won. Good luck, Faye. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
At this crucial stage of the game, Ainsley is the weakest link as the only player to answer a question incorrectly. The strongest link statistically is Faye, but will this save her from the final vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Faye.
Faye.
Ainsley.
So, Anthony, why Faye?
You've got to think who you might stand the best chance against. And I think Faye is incredibly intelligent, incredibly beautiful, incredibly good writer. And what else could I do?
Ainsley, why Faye?
Anthony's my mate, and that's just the way it goes. It's tough business.
I'm very sorry, Faye. They are such weedy cowards, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Well, it's very frustrating to get so close to the final and then feel that you've been edged out by two people who are in league with one another. I think Anthony will probably win. He's very tenacious and I think probably quite well read too.
Round 8, you have £14,850. 2 of you left. In this round, there's 90 seconds. But whatever you win will be trebled. We'll start with the second strongest link on account of you two cowards having voted off the strongest link. So you go first, Anthony. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Anthony, in food and drink, which champagne bottle has the larger capacity, Magnum or Methuselah?
Methuselah.
Correct, Ainsley. In recipes, the imperial weight measurement, the ounce, is represented by which 2-letter abbreviation?
O-Z.
Correct, Anthony. In quotations, Mae West is commonly thought to have originated the line, "Is that a gun in your pocket or are you just what?"
Pleased to see me.
Correct, Ainsley.
Bank.
In gastronomic stereotypes, what B is a small North European country where chips with mayonnaise is said to be a national
Holland.
dish? Belgium. Anthony. In which team sport played mostly in the British Commonwealth in the summer months can individual games last up to 5 days?
Oh, cricket.
Correct, Ainsley. In TV, what is the first name of the flamboyant chef who presented the cookery series Floyd on Spain, Floyd on Oz and Floyd on France?
Keith Floyd.
Correct, Anthony. In language, what A is an Italian word meaning in the fresh air that is sometimes used to describe events such as meals that take place outdoors?
It's gone. It's gone. Sorry, pass.
Al fresco. Ainsley. In fashion, the generic term for a pair of shoes that significantly elevate the back of the foot is high what?
Heels.
Correct, Anthony. In pop music, in the names of heartthrobs from the 1950s and 1990s, which word follows Dean and Ricky, respectively?
Martin.
Correct, Ainsley. In food, which Chinese delicacy is made from the structure in which the Oriental swiftlet lays its eggs?
Can you repeat that, please?
In food, which Chinese delicacy is made from the structure in which the Oriental Time's up. The correct answer was bird's nest soup. You won £750, which will treble. That means prize money tonight of £17,100. Only one of you can take it away, so now you'll play against each other, up to 5 questions each. If there's a tie, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Anthony and Ainsley, with £17,100, let's play the weakest link. Anthony, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first.
Anthony, in TV, which term for popular long-running drama serials derives from the fact that they were originally often sponsored by detergent companies?
Soaps.
I'll accept. Ainsley, according to a 2005 World Book Day survey, which novel by Dan Brown topped the list of word-of-mouth bestsellers?
Don't know, Anne.
Correct answer is Da Vinci Code. Anthony, in food and drink, non-vintage port is divided into 3 types, named white, tawny, and which other?
Ruby.
That is the correct answer. Ainsley, in France, the custom of pinning paper fishes onto people and playing other practical jokes occurs on which day of the year?
Throw Tuesday.
Correct answer is 1st of April. Anthony, in art, what nickname meaning the Greek in Spanish was given to a 16th century artist famous for his religious paintings?
El Greco.
That is the correct answer. Ainsley, a type of cabbage, a hotel in London, and the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas all bear the name of which former kingdom in northwest Italy?
Savoy.
That is the correct answer. Anthony, at the Olympics, the 3 sports in which only women are allowed to compete are softball, rhythmic gymnastics, and which aquatic discipline?
Swimming.
No, I cannot accept. The correct answer is synchronised swimming. Ainsley, the Scottish towns of Dallas and Houston share their names with the 2 largest cities in which US state?
Texas.
That is the correct answer. Anthony, the tallest office building in the world, the 508-metre Taipei Financial Centre, opened in 2005 on which Asian island off the coast of China?
Taiwan.
That is the correct answer. That means, Anthony, you are tonight's strongest link and you go away with £17,100. What are you going to do with the money?
I'm going to give the money to the Child Bereavement Trust, Annie.
Ainsley, you leave with nothing. Join us again for the weakest link. Goodbye.
People probably felt that it was a bit of a conspiracy going on. But I don't think that was the case at all. Perhaps it's just 2 great minds think alike,
I was voting for charity, and I think I wanted to win the money for the Child Bereavement Trust, and I did, and my plan worked out.
No offence to them, they're absolutely brilliant cooks, but I got to the last 2.